do it. Oh, I can't tell. So, what are we gonna do today? I wonder. It's my daughter's birthday. I love you very much. I wish you were here. Remember that bird? Take a little video of this glass here. This is the anchorage where I've been for almost a month getting this boat ready. All things considered, it's a process. But I thought I'd make a quick, or actually a long form video and kind of recap the status, and I had some thoughts that I wanted to put on video, maybe for my later remembrance or whatever, but we'll get there here in a minute. So one thought immediately is that I've got just bukus to do, but almost all of it requires basically a larger undertaking, you know, basically a project status. I've got to bring the boat out for some things and dry dock it for others. But in any case, and this place is an absolute mess. I was starting to clean up before making this video and thinking I would maybe save face or something. I'm not sure, but maybe I can get that out of the way. That's the main thing so far, and then most of that is going to be put back in there, and then I'll have my office back. And of course the deck is still not completely cleaned up from the trip out to the Statue of Liberty. But in any case, one thing that I do usually in the mornings is I'll get up and go over there and just take the trash out of the house. So I thought I'd do that, but I wanted to speak on something, and just kind of for the record, it's almost impossible to find somebody that's not touched by addiction. And really, addiction is something really, you know, it's not just drugs, folks. You know, addiction is you've got to look at the core of the first principle of the concept of what you're speaking about, and utilize the words correctly, and use the tools of language to build a foundation which is as solid as the earth that we stand on, right? So I need to get the trash first here, so let me just not get ahead of myself. So at these very foundational parts of life, you'll find the answers to all of the problems that are, or at least perceived as problems at the time, and certainly are at the time. And so that aspect of life is neat, in that any and all answers. Oh, it rained last night. I've got a little pumping to do with that to clean out this water. Well, I can take that over there. Let me pause this. Well, I'm floating away. Got the water up, but before that was an issue, and before I just ripped the heck out of this life jacket, which shouldn't have happened anyway, so that's now trash as well. And I'll have to put another life jacket on the dinghy to make sure that it's able to save a life, as well as able to not give me a ticket. Because this is basically a car out here, and that is basically a home. In any case, I was speaking on the aspects of addiction, and basically the concept, I think really what it gets down to is free will. The concept of free will versus determinism, or I think it was compatibilism was a thought back in the day, and all these things are related to quantum physics and whatnot these days. So it's kind of neat that we're waking up to the fact that not everything is determined, and that we do have choices, and that these choices matter. I got to figure out which one of these spots is the easiest to come up to and bring this trash to. But what I think what it really gets down to is what you want to believe in your life and how it operates for you in your life. And quite frankly, determinism is a defeatist thought. And I know it's scientific, I know it's the disease model, but it's ineffective practically, because if it's determined, then there's no reason to have free will. Now, I think for what free will is probably misdefined. So I think free will is probably not exactly not exactly as we know it, not the thing that we think it is. Okay, I think that there's a lot more going on that we see, but operatively and practically, there's really no reason to think that, oh, well, I've got a disease and there's nothing I can do about it. Because if there's nothing you can do about it, then I hate to say this, or I don't really, but then why are we here? Like, just jump off a cliff, right? Just end this. If there's no reason for it, then why? See? So when you get down to that part of it, from what I can see, is the key to getting beyond an addiction that you don't like, and to use them productively, because addiction is a powerful tool, quite frankly. It should be used accordingly. All right, so as far as the adventure goes, I come up here and get on this, and this is somewhat of a precarious one. And I grab the trash, and honestly, if I'm just taking the trash, I just kind of leave the rope there, walk over here, put it in this receptacle, and okay, I'm not sure when this is starting or stopping, but I'll come down here, I'll put that over there in the trash, and then I get back in the dinghy, and cruise back over there. So I guess I'll have to look back and see what was on the video and what wasn't. But yeah, this is kind of what I do every morning. It's really a nasty. The water is not great in here. It's obviously, bays generally aren't. They can get kind of nasty. This is not nasty. It's the ocean. It washes out every day, but it's just, the city takes its toll. But in any case, that's where I take my trash to, and that's where I'm chilling. All right. What a beautiful Friday. So this is the shallow part behind the boardwalk in Sheepshead Bay. That's the boardwalk. Groceries right there. Manhattan Beach is over here. It's evidently like paradise and this city life for old folks. And that is my boat, Baraka. Very bright out. Over here and check the mooring lines. Rubber seems to be holding. Anchors are okay. That seems like that might be catching every once in a while in the wrong spot, but it's okay. That's rather weird. I have to look at that maybe. Oh, I've got a lot of cleaning. I think that's what I'm going to do today, is clean. You guys have a good Friday. If I clean enough, maybe I'll go out sailing. Okay, just got the jib back on, which means I got my dining room back. And thought I'd take a quick video of the place. I apologize about the classical music. I haven't figured out how that works yet, and I'll probably just replace it because the screen doesn't seem to work. Anyway, here's a kitchen. It's kind of like the refrigerator, although I'll probably replace that, but it's called an ice box. I've just got a bunch of food in there now. There's a bunch of fancy dishes and whatnot around. Still gotta hook that up and get that working. All that works. That stuff's here because the faucet in the bathroom doesn't work yet, so the shower's actually right here. Put it up here and run it out of that. In any case, got most of my storage back in here, and the extra sails and rigging and all that. Got the solar charger, all that's full, so I should probably just put that up. And so this is the nav station officially. I figured out that the batteries are good, so kind of stoked about that. However, I over torqued that, and so the replacement breaker is on the way, which actually I need to check on that and jump in the dinghy and run up there. There's more storage. Basically everything's storage in these things. This is kind of like cleaning. This is food stuff. When we're underway, I'll just put this stuff in here usually. So basically everything rocks from side to side when you're sailing. In any case, kind of put my shoes there. This is the water. I've just been drinking out of that instead of the actual faucet, although it's probably clean, but I'm going to run it a few more times just to be sure. Running the engine right now to top off the batteries. Got the solar working. Got the jib back up. That's installed. And a lot of times we'll hang out back here, and a lot of people have their tea or coffee or whatever. Enjoy the sunsets. Either there or up on the bow usually. Inside the I'm not sure what to do with. It's just extra lines, which are always a help. This is kind of a mess still. It's your end tables, and this bed is so huge the comforter doesn't even go from side to side. This is kind of a mess still. I'd never put anything that doesn't come out of the body through the septic. Or not the septic, but the holding tank. So that's really what I'm using for a trash can still. This needs to be cleaned and everything, but I'm still working on it. Probably that's honestly what I need to do today. I keep finding other stuff to do though. Anyway, I just looked up and I was like, you know what? My house is back. So I think I might give it a little TLC today. That'll be my Friday party. Woohoo! Watch out, baby. Really wondering about my daughter, where she's at. But trust she's okay. And she's gonna call me whenever she wakes up. Happy birthday, baby. Hope you enjoyed your first year as an adult. And you're welcome in paradise anytime. Let's see if I can figure out how to turn that classical off. That'd run anybody off, right? Alright. Alright. Alright, so as you can hear, there's Red Hot Chili Peppers Californication coming out of here, so I figured out how to get something else besides classical out of this thing. And this is a Fusion radio, but it's got an actual iPod in it. And so I went in here and I yanked it out and So I've got a screen here I can mess with, basically. So, yay! If anybody wants that old thing, I'm for sure gonna replace all this stuff. But yes, that's a janky thing, but I'm working on. I'm working on it for a little bit. Anyway, yeah. So, anybody wants an iPod, let me know. Okay, so I'm getting ready to go up to AutoZone and grab some oil for an oil change. And these shoes are the, I'm a little dirty here working on the engine, but in any case, these shoes are the only thing I have left physically from the cruising before, because basically my ex-wife took everything and for some malicious reason hid the accounts and things that you know, just like family stuff and all that. In any case, these are the shoes, and they're a little worse for wear, but I'm gonna wear them today because they're very comfy. And I'm kind of stable, getting stable, so I'm gonna go ahead and wear out the old and wear in the new. All right, dude. If you see this later, keep on keeping on, buddy. No way. Did I just figure out how to combine videos before? Yeah, might as well do a recap. I think I just figured out how to combine videos. Anyway, got the electric put back together. That's looking great. Got the stove kind of rigged to a 1 pound bottle for now. There seems to be some water leak coming down through here, so I'm trying to figure that out. And I just left that open from an earlier snack. But the furler, got that worked out. Got all of the winches, got those all lubed and worked over basically. Winches are a thing on a sailboat. In any case, it's just a drum that you roll and exercise your leverage on. Used for ropes, obviously. Street racers. What a beautiful day. Friday evening. It's a little louder out here than I thought it was inside. Might want to turn that down. Anyway, yeah, I got her all put back together. Better than ever. Ready to do another shakedown cruise. See if I can break something else. Woohoo! You guys see that flag? The little American flag. There's one over there too. Right about there-ish. Of course, the swans hanging out. Must be some food over there. Everybody's hanging out. There's some plankton. That, or maybe it's an afternoon siesta. They're all kind of chill. This is where everybody always takes pictures of me all day. Yep. Always with their cameras out, poking. Whew. I think it's gonna rain this weekend. Kind of got a half a mind to leave this weekend. Oh, dang it. I've got food coming. Maybe next week. Wondering about my daughter all day. Where are you, daughter? Being so distant. Probably hanging out with your mother again. I don't know. Which is fine. At least you're safe. Don't understand why you're not here, but just gotta get things out of their system, I guess. Kind of want to open up this sail a little bit. Let's do that. Let's see what happens. Oh. If this phone can see that or not. There. Woo, she's rolling. She's rolling real smooth. Real smooth. Not too shabby. Okay. Should have for sure lubed these up before trying this before and locking it up and blah 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 blah. Well, being in a, note to self, don't buy in a rush anymore, but I don't, it's kind of part of it. Getting a deal like that, which is the only way. A person like myself can afford stuff like this. Alright. Okay. Let's tie that over there. Getting strength back. One thing sailing does is make a hard body. I gotta run this through this block. Let's put her about there. What do you say? Then you gotta put a figure 8 knot. The ends of these. they don't go through blocks in an emergency because they'll get loose sometimes. Just figure 8 knot is like that. Figure 8 stops and you still get it undone later. And that sail has thousands and thousands of pounds of pressure on it, or can if it's open. So gotta lock down all these lines or the wind or something. Well, this is still recording. Amazing. There is the fire department. Going past the clubs up to the Rich neighborhood up there. Alright, one more video today to catch the sunset. Let's see if I can get all this stuff stitched together tonight. Daughter, if you ever watch this, I hope you're doing well. Happy birthday. I think every parent knows we would do anything for our children, even our other siblings' children sometimes, but love you big time. So proud of you for making it your first year as an adult. Just love you, love you, love you. This is a special thing we got here. Peace. Hey, did you guys hear about that new movie called Constipation? It hasn't come out yet. Two little geeses. And that sun just went perfectly round and completely red. Or peach at least. Red sky at night, sailor's delight. Red sky in the morning, sailors take warning. Of course, that's a red sun. That's not red sky per se. It is a little bit red though. There's rain coming tomorrow or at some point. Got one more rainstorm to weather, and then I think I might head south depending on what happens. Happy birthday to my now 19-year-old. Uh-oh, I think almost missed the sunset. Boy, that is a red sun. Woo. Pretty productive day today. Got everything lubed up. I got everything tightened up again electrically. Got a good house bank. Gonna wait to see what happens with the next couple of days and cycles on that. But should be okay. Everything just needed a little TLC. How long it's gonna take that sun to set. wonder if I just sit this. This is right by like the old folks' place, and they got these ambulettes that come in and out with the people going to the hospital. Well, I can see one little corner of it. That's about it. It's there. It's still there. Ish. Somebody's going out. Oh, it's Captain Sea Queen. It's Captain Dave. Anyway, looking back at this. Oh, what happened? Now you see it, now you don't. That was a whole full sunrise. Everybody's getting ready for Friday night. My goodness. Well, I generally may get through a movie or something before I go to sleep, no matter what day it is. So, just sending good vibes to the universe. Peace.